Hello, Otters fans. Welcome to the UPMC Health and UPMC Hammond Intermission Report. My name is Hannah Hill, your on-the-road radio host. The Otters are back on it, facing against the Windsor Spitfires. The Otters are coming into tonight's game with the momentum as they took the 6-4 win over the Niagara Ice Dogs on Thursday night. Going into the second game of a 3-game road trip with the win under their belt helps bring a little bit of positive energy to the team. Now let's dive into what's happening around the OHL. The Sudbury Wolves faced off against the Hamilton Bulldogs, and that was a great game if you're a Bulldogs fan, as the Bulldogs dominated the Wolves 6-3. The London Knights are currently facing off against the Flint Firebirds, and Flint currently leads the Knights 1-0. Sarnia Sting is also playing against the Saginaw Spirit. That game is at 2-1, favoring in Sarnia. The Guelph Storm is currently facing off against the Sioux Greyhounds, and that game is currently tied at 1. And lastly, the Kitchener Rangers are playing against Owen Sound Attack, and that game is currently scoreless. When we come back, I'll dive into the first period recap, and I'll talk to you guys about a player to look out for on the Spitfires.
Excitement of the Ontario Hockey League from the comfort of your own home on CHL TV. For a small subscription fee, see the Otters play at home or on the road, live or archived on demand. See all the hits, all the goals, and all the unforgettable moments as they're called by the voice of the Otters, Sean Bednar.
And they score!
Available on your desktop computer, mobile device, or favorite streaming device at watch.chl.ca.
The Tim Hortons app has something for everyone. So if you're always on the go, order ahead and your coffee's ready when you get there. Like free treats? Gimme. Earn points to redeem rewards, plus get exclusive deals. And if you're
not leaving my couch, he's not leaving his couch,
have Tim Hortons delivered. Download the Tim Hortons app now and get 99-cent hot or iced coffee for a week when you register. Limited time. Enroll, activate, use offer within first week of sign up. Additional terms apply. Details in app.
It's never been easier to wear your support for your Otters. Head to erieotterstore.com to shop by product type, price, and style anytime, anywhere. From new arrivals to clearance, there's something for everyone's taste and budget. Want to see for yourself before you buy? No problem. Come see our entire stock of apparel, novelties, and more during the work week and game nights at the Otters Den, located on the second floor of the Erie Insurance Arena. Get your new gear for your next Otters game today.
The Otters started off the first period on the penalty kill. Being on the PK is definitely not how the Otters wanted to start off the first period, but thankfully it ended in the Otters' favor. Something that really worked for the Otters in Thursday night's game was getting control of the game pretty early on, especially in the first period, and it looks like the Otters are trying to do the same thing tonight, as Elias Cohen ended up scoring while the Otters were on a power play, and the Otters are going into the second period leading 1-0, so I think that is an amazing hold to have, especially with how aggressive this game is starting to look. Towards the end of that period, there was a little bit of a scrum, and if that's a preview of this second period coming up, it's definitely going to be a really fun and entertaining one. So now let's kind of move forward to a player to look out for on the opposing team. The Spitfires have multiple players on the roster who are currently drafted into NHL organizations. However, the one player that really has caught my attention recently is Wyatt Johnston. The 18-year-old was drafted in the first round of the 2021 NHL draft by the Dallas Stars, and he was 23rd overall. So far this season, Johnston has 5 goals, 5 assists, and 10 points overall. Coming up after the short break, I'll dive into what both teams need to do in the second period and first period storylines.
Regular business get-together after hours. The Otters have awesome opportunities for businesses, organizations, clubs, or friends to enjoy games as a group outing. Enjoy discounted bulk pricing of as little as $12 per person and have the opportunity to partake in exclusive group-focused events that promote you. From performances on the ice, information tables on our concourse, recognition on our video board, and so much more. For information on getting your group out to an Otters game, head to ottershockey.com/group outing.
Thursday night, welcome the Otters across the border.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Otters games are better in groups. Whether you're entertaining clients, celebrating a special occasion, having a fun night out with family and friends, or rewarding employees, experience the best entertainment value in Erie, PA together at the Erie Insurance Arena. Discounted rates are available with groups of at least 10 people. Contact the Otters ticket office for more info and a purchase.
Despite the Otters being able to hold the Spitfires during the PK, the Otters need to play smart. When you play with too many emotions or too physically, you end up in the box. So the Otters definitely want to avoid going into the box and coming up in this second period. As for the Spitfires, kind of like Sean said during the pregame, the Spitfires love to find the back of the net. So going into this second period, they need to be more aggressive with the puck and definitely amp up their shots on net, because right now they're definitely kind of falling a little bit short in that type of category. Now, kind of moving on to the storyline for this first period is that the Otters broke that losing streak. Thursday night was a big night for the Otters as Connor Lockhart ended up scoring his first goal of the season. Brendan Hoffman found the back of the net twice, and probably one of the best moments of the game was when Spencer Sova scored his first career OHL goal. I thought the Otters played a great game, but something the Otters need to do coming up in this second period is to remember to play a full 60 minutes. You have to play to the last whistle. Coming up, after the break, we'll get a deeper look into Brendan Hoffman, Connor Lockhart, and Spencer Sova, who all scored in Thursday night's game. We'll get a deeper analysis on the game, their results as players, and moving forward into tonight's game.
Here's the plan. UPMC Health Plan.
Hello, Otters fans. Welcome back to the UPMC Health and UPMC Hammett Intermission Report. My name is Hannah Hill, your on-the-road radio host. Before we dive into the second period recap, let's see what some Otters alumni are up to. Starting off with Connor McDavid. McDavid adds to his 10-game point streak. Last night, McDavid showed why he is honestly one of the best players in the league as he went 1-on-4 against the Rangers and found an opening, scoring a backhanded goal, tying up the game. that goal would help the Oilers defeat the Rangers in overtime 6-5. After his goal, Mcdavid now has 8 goals and 22 points. And let me remind you that he's only played 10 games this season so far. I honestly really loved McDavid's comments during his post-game media. He ended up saying, "I'm paid to score big goals and paid to do that kind of stuff. I'm just doing my job." McDavid's goal last night really shows why he's the best player out on the ice, and that he's continuing to show that he's going to have a legendary season throughout this upcoming year. Kind of moving forward with the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Bolts ended up playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs Thursday night. The Bolts had a 1-goal lead over the Maple Leafs until the final 40 or so seconds of the third period, as John Tavares ended up finding an opening, tying up the game, forcing an overtime. However, it was William Nylander who secured the win for the Maple Leafs. The Lightning did come out in today's game, this early evening game. That puck drop was around 2 p.m., and they really redeemed themselves, as this was the last game of their Canadian road trip, and the Lightning ended the trip with a victory. However, Connor Brown found an opening and scored his second goal of the season. Brown ended up finding the net within the first minute or so of the second period. And Anthony Cirelli of the Tampa Bay Lightning was credited a primary assist on Andre Palat's goal in the third period, and he ended up scoring on an empty net, which would help secure the win for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Right now, the Florida Panthers are currently playing the non-defeated Carolina Hurricanes at the FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Puck drop for that game was 6 p.m., and it looks like that game is 4-2 as of right now. Kind of moving forward, let's see what's happening around the OHL. The London Knights are still playing against the Flint Firebirds, and that score is 3-2 favoring in the Firebirds. The Sarnia Sting are currently playing against the Saginaw Spirit, and that is 3-1 favoring in Sarnia. The Guelph Storm and the Sioux Greyhounds, that is a pretty crazy game because the Storm is currently leading 6-2, so that is an insane game and definitely an interesting one to watch. And lastly, the Kitchener Rangers are facing off against the Owenstown Attack, and that is currently tied at 1. Coming up after the break, I'll break down the second period.
Erie Otters hockey is back for its 25th anniversary season, with all 68 games broadcast live on ESPN 970 AM WFUN, your home for Otters hockey in Northeast Ohio. For game schedule, tickets, and more information on the Otters, head to ottershockey.com or the Erie Otters social media. Northeast Ohio is Otters Nation.
Listen to this. Hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
Best fans in the OHL need the best merch in the league. The Otters Den is open during the work week and game night for your shopping convenience. Stop by and see our newest collection of men's, women's, and children's clothing and apparel, novelty items, authentic jerseys, and so much more. Keep your eyes out on social media for new merchandise and special pricing all the time. There's something for everyone at the Otters Den. Find your merch and wear your Otters pride today. Similar to the first period, the Otters found themselves on the penalty kill at the beginning of the period, as Johnston was sent to the box for cross-checking. Something that I didn't mention in the first period recap is that Lalonde gloved all 13 shots on net, so I think it's safe to say that the Otters' goaltending is on point this evening. The second period was a little slow in terms of the scoring department, as both teams really couldn't find the back of the net. However, the Otters finally found the back of the net once again, as Elias Cohen found his second goal of the night. And honestly, that was such a beautiful goal. And that goal was also scored on a power play. That was the second power play goal of tonight's game. Honestly, I think the Otters looked really confident. And when the team is confident, you know they're going to produce. The Otters are currently up by 2 goals going into the third period. Coming up, I'll dive into what both teams need to do going into the third period. And I'll tell you about a couple storylines.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with Pick Games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any Pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play Pick Games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
It's never too late to be a part of the Erie Otters family. Full season tickets start as low as $9 a game and guarantee you the best seat in the house for all 34 games, your seat. With exclusive benefits like merchandise discounts, priority access to events at the arena, private season ticket holders events, and so much more. You can't afford not to be a season ticket holder. For pricing or to purchase yours, head to ottershockey.com.
Available at each of the Otters' 7 Friday games, the Smiths Fan 4-pack is a great way to treat the family to Otters hockey and dinner on Friday nights. For only $54, the Fan 4-pack includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorns, and 4 sodas. Contact the Otters ticket office to purchase your Smith Fan 4-pack.
What I talked about during the first period intermission was that the Otters needed to stay out of the box. Unfortunately, the Otters did find themselves in the penalty box a couple times throughout this second period, and Johnston even found himself back in the sin bin twice in just the second period alone. So kind of moving forward into this crucial third period, the Erie Otters really need to focus on not making small kind of dumb mistakes, because they really need to avoid getting into those type of situations. And they also need to play a full 60 minutes going into this upcoming period. They have that 2-goal lead, and they really need to try to either extend that or just hold them off until the final whistle. As for the Spitfires, I thought they had some pretty good scoring opportunities in the second period, but the Otters goaltending tonight is just top of the line. It's just on point 100%. So moving forward into the third, they need to be more physical with the puck, fight for it more, and maybe switch up how they're shooting. If they're used to shooting up high, maybe they should try shooting down low, just kind of switch it up and try to trick the goalie a little bit. So definitely switch things up a little bit. Kind of moving forward into the storyline is that both teams are coming off a win going into tonight's game. The Otters and Spitfires both secured wins at different times. The Otters fought long and hard against the Ice Dogs Thursday night with the conclusion of a 6-4 win. However, the Spitfires had a similar night on Wednesday as they defeated the Flint Firebirds 6-2. I think everyone knew going into tonight's game that both teams would be hungry for a win, but who will it be? I guess we'll find out after regulation. I'll send it to Sean from Windsor after this.